before I even do the intro, man, I'm just gonna warn you. This one is gonna be controversial, so to speak. I might piss some people off. It might trigger you, but it needs to be talked about regardless. So, without further ado, welcome to another episode of Dox'n Reality, and of course, I am your host, mistaPARADOX. Ooh, boy. Now, I'm just going straight, just double barrels with this, bro. Two questions that are on the table for today. And I'm just going to read it out how I wrote it. Has an entire generation been exposed to childhood molestation via incest at one point and is so ashamed that they just abandoned any inhibition, and is homosexuality a byproduct of early childhood molestation by another of the same sex? Two heavy questions. These days, if you talk to people alone, who come from, fucked up neighborhoods and whatnot, or you just look at the average woman, that just promiscuous woman, I'm trying to be nice here. You talk to the average one when she's not around a whole flock of them, and she'll probably tell you some shit that she was probably raped, she was probably molested, probably by a family member or something like that. And then it's like, but before you have that conversation, you just are just sitting here watching her just run from dick to dick to dick to dick to dick to dick, and maybe you just be that one guy, or maybe you're that one guy in the friend zone or some shit, or maybe one of the dudes who just fucking her and just happens to be, I don't know, just in a weak moment or something like that. But you know what? I can't even say weak moment. You just happen to have a moment with her where you just actually talk to her like a human being and not just a human jack off doll. You talk to her and she reveals to you some really deep shit, and she hit you with that. She was molested by cousins, uncles, in some cases even a dad, and that's why she's out there just swallowing everything from everybody. And, you choke her and that turns her on. You pull out whips and get into S&M shit, and she'll squirt on you, and you are sitting there wondering, like, why the fuck does this turn you on? Or you like just looking at gay dudes, and typically, like, no, I don't care what nobody says, nobody's born gay.
We just crossed the threshold.
No. You can argue that shit all you want. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of closed-minded in that situation. I'm closed-minded to that. I don't want to hear any opposing views on that. You're not born gay. Somebody touched you and you just reacted to that shit later in life. Nobody's just born just looking at boys like, ooh, I wonder what it looks like. And I'm not even a bad actor, a good enough actor to do no shit like that. But it's just. But anyway, let's go back to this incest thing. This is one of those things that goes on in a lot of households. It's not necessarily just black folks that go through this. It happens a lot. Hell, the word motherfucker comes from that practice which went on during slavery. They forced some slaves to go fuck their mothers. Produce more slaves and more. It doesn't matter about the quality of the slave as long as he worked. It's like, it doesn't matter if he has defects. Is he strong enough to carry this? Pick this damn cotton. It don't fucking matter. Fuck his feelings. Fuck his life. Just he's a worker. You had, and then think about this, and I thought this way back in 2000. I was in Alaska when I thought this shit. And I was just at a table, and just a whole bunch of shit hit me all at once, like V for Vendetta when the cop had that epiphany about all this shit happening and the dominoes is going around. It hit me like something like that. You got one dude, let's just say one dude in the hood, right? And he's fucking a whole bunch of bitches in, let's just say, a 2-3 block radius. He just happens to have all the hoes. He ain't in none of these children's life. There's never a family reunion. So he has a kid with this one chick, right? and he fucks this bitch that's like maybe 3-4 houses down. Somehow he's able to keep it a secret or some shit because the bitch don't like the other bitch for some reason. Who knows? And he goes around the corner, fucks about 2-4 more hoes, and he ends up with a whole bunch of them, bunch of kids that he ain't never there for. He's just spreading seed everywhere. Now, mind you, there are no family reunions in the hood for the most part. All these kids grow up around the same area, within the same, 2-3 mile radius. Hell, maybe 1 mile radius. Hell, maybe a couple of blocks. They all grow up, and next thing you know, let's just say they all end up having to go to the same school because it's typically zoned. Or they just all go to the skating ring. You see, chicks that just look, and you just think, damn, man, that get bad. Her mama, I don't know, I don't give a fuck about her mom. I'm trying to get her, and you don't stop to think, and remind you, most of these motherfuckers, they be fucking so many dudes, they don't know who their daddy is neither. Your mommies, but don't know who the fuck the daddy is, because the mama's typically gonna withhold that information from you because she don't like him because he fucking all these other hoes. So, these children may be related, maybe brother, sister, and all this shit, and don't even know it, and they just end up fucking each other, and that's how you end up with probably such a high rate of retardation in certain families. And like I said, it ain't just the ghettos. I'm pretty sure this shit happens amongst, typically it's mostly concentrated in areas like that where you don't know your pops is. Hell, it could probably happen in small towns too. I'm pretty sure it probably happens out there too. But this is just one of those subjects that people don't want to talk about. And if you bring it up, it's like, you nasty. No, motherfucker, this shit goes on. And I'm really thinking that is the root cause behind a lot of whoredom, a lot of birth defects, a lot of why motherfuckers are so unintelligent, and why people are not, no matter what you tell them, no matter how you try to improve their cognition skills, they just can't seem to grasp it. It just makes no sense. It boggles my mind. It's because, probably, they were related to. And then let's not bullshit ourselves and pretend that these mothers is not fucking these children. I mean, Precious, that movie was put out there for a reason. Well, the dad was fucking his daughter. That movie was put out there for a reason to let you know that this shit goes on. It is every movie you've seen. If it seems outlandish, like that shit could never happen, believe me, that's probably some shit that's going on right now. And that same thing goes on with homosexuals, with the only difference is they can't breed. But that's a whole nother section in itself. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit. Leave a like, dislike. I'm probably gonna get a whole bunch of dislikes for this one, but it is what it is. But just share, interact with the video. Let me know what y'all think about this shit, man. mistaPARADOX over and out.